The post-COVID times have made the world more cautious than ever. The intensity of the coronavirus has come down a little, but the threat has not completely went away. Life has come back to routine, but a few add-on of precaution by the workers have created problems for the West. More than 10 million job openings in US alone need to be filled, but only 5 million unemployed workers are available in 2021. Labor force in millions quit during the pandemic and refused to go back to their respective jobs after the epidemic. The pandemic has drastically changed the labor force in the West, especially America. In 2021, during the pandemic 47 million workers quit their jobs, and hence the term the Great Resignation came into the view. The workers looked for better and improved work environment with flexible hours, increased stipend and most importantly better future with the company they work for so loyally. The labor shortages all across the US resulted in job vacancies, with most jobs in the industries such as transportation, healthcare, accommodation, social assistance and food. In the meantime, better paying industries saw less resigns, therefore stayed considerably stable. The Great Resignation, if called the Great Reshuffle, would not be wrong, because hiring rate has grown much higher than the quitting rate since early 2021. Many are quitting, but also applying and getting hired somewhere else, but retaining workers is not as easy as it sounds, especially for the industries who pay low wages and require in-person attendance. The biggest hit was taken by the leisure and hospitality industry, with the highest quit rate since July 2021, consistently 5.4%, losing 833,000 workers, but 1.1 million were hired into the industry in the same month of July. Interestingly, shortage of labors is not in every industry, since there are some that have surplus of workers. Goods manufacturing, wholesale, retail trade, education, and healthcare have a labor shortage so great that if every unemployed worker with experience gets hired in their respective industry, for example durable goods manufacturing, the industry would only fill 65% of the vacancies. Similarly, the manufacturing industry are having a difficult time hiring entry-level and labor force workers alike after losing 1.4 million jobs during the pandemic. Relatively, the transportation, construction, and mining industries have a workforce surplus. Unemployed worker with experience look for new job vacancies in their respective industries. In addition to that, working remotely has changed the job culture in US. The industries who have not been significantly impacted by labor shortages are wrestling with how to cope with the idea of working remotely. Gallup surveyed and found 91% of the US workers hope to work from home, and every 3 out of 10 workers said they will look for new jobs if not allowed to work from home or called into the office space. Hence, most of the finance, management, professional services and IT telecommunication jobs have the highest remote workers. These industries have made it work, the idea of work from home instead of the traditional white-collar office job. This is the main reason why these industries have low unemployment and still manage to do above average hiring. More than 1.2 million people were hired every month between July 2021 to July 2022. The United States Chamber is trying to fathom the state of the unemployment and workforce in America data center by closely keeping an eye on the job openings and participation of the workforce to find better and long-lasting solutions.